Welcome to Your Legacy Stories podcast. Your host, Natalie McQueen, helps people from all walks of life to create, live, and preserve their legacy for future generations to enjoy. Natalie became a legacy designer after a near-death experience that made her completely reevaluate the legacy she was leaving in this world. She is also a book publisher who has guided over 500 authors to become international bestsellers. Natalie's mission is to help you craft the legacy you deserve, encourage you to live it to the fullest, and then preserve it for future generations to enjoy. On this show, her guests share moments of purpose, gratitude, wisdom and tradition, and of course, their legacy stories.
Well, hello, everyone. This is Natalie McQueen with Your Legacy Stories. And today we have a very special guest, and I'm actually going to introduce her and her partner in crime. Her partner is off in Hawaii, which we'll talk about in a little bit, but Pauline and Susan both have firsthand knowledge and experience of what it looks like when we partnered with God in every aspect of your life. They are honored to share their gifts, energy, and process to support you on your journey to greatness. As a vibrant energy engineer, Susan Flerchinger brings her energy, healing gifts, and divinely guided message to empower heart-centered visionaries to be free of pain, ignite vibrant energy, so they can live a thriving, joyful, active, and impactful life. Inspirational thought leader and courage coach Pauline Victoria, who is in Hawaii, desires to help you in your life and win a life of victory. She draws from her experience and perspective as a woman born without arms and legs and applies them to help entrepreneurs identify and break through what is really stopping them from achieving their goals. Through intimate and transformational connections, Pauline and Susan will inspire you to step into your gifts and fulfill your God-appointed purpose. So welcome, Susan. We're so glad to have you today.
Thank you, Natalie. I sure appreciate you taking time to be with me and just share with your audience.
Oh, well, you know what? We've been talking about doing this for a while. I just have to say, Susan has helped with her energy healings and stuff, and it has made such a difference in my life that I don't want to keep it a secret anymore.
Oh,
You're the best
you.
kept secret. I keep saying, people need to know what you can help them with. So I am so happy to have you today. And you've got something really awesome coming up. And that's really what we're going to talk about. Because A, we don't want you to be the secret anymore. But B, we want people to know how they can have a part of this for a phenomenal, this event that we're going to talk about. It's not going to take you days and days. It's 3 to 4 hours.
Yeah, 4
and
hours.
It will be a transformative life event. So super excited about that. So let me just ask you a couple things. The event is called Formed to Soar. So why did you create this event?
And so that's our business and website is Formed to Soar.
Right.
And we created that that phrasing because Pauline and I, just like you kind of read, we are totally connected with God working in us and through us. And we just know that is the way that life can be just truly extraordinary. We all have our own limitations, our own thoughts about what we can do and what we can't do, how we can do them, that we're on our own doing this. And Paul and I truly do know that that's not how we are meant to live.
Right.
We are all given just beautiful gifts, a beautiful life in the image of the divine. And we often just don't choose or don't know how to step into that and utilize the gifts of how we were created.
Right.
And so
So I kind of mixed that up. So your event is called Soar Beyond Stuck.
Yeah.
And your Facebook page and business is Form to Soar.
Form to
So
Soar.
sorry about mixing that up.
No worries, no worries. So I'll just add that one last thing is the form to soar is you are and I am, we all are formed to soar.
Yep.
And we wanted to have a business and offerings and services that truly let you step into that with ease and grace, and giving you tools, giving you ways to do that. And the added piece for me that I add in is because I am an energy healer. I want to create that in your body's healing process as well, the healing process of your body, your business, because we are, physically meant to thrive the best that we can as well. Right. And if there's things that are holding you up from
Yep.
thriving, then we need to acknowledge that and let that be free to go. And part of these processes that we do are both, again, the energetic space around you, what you expose yourself to, what's causing gunk to be in your space and not move freely. Yep. And truly learning how to connect with the divine, taking the time to do that and listen and hear and ask and respond is all part of our Form to Soar process.
Absolutely. And you've taught me so much about that. What I was experiencing is chronic pain for 10 years. And you literally could take it away in such a small, I think 1 or 2 times together. Like it's incredible. So if someone's following Form to Soar on your Facebook group, how do they thrive? What are they going to get being a part of that?
Well, part of it is our intention. So we set up that whole process and Facebook group with our knowingness that we are divine. We have divineness within us. That's our intuition. We have support with God and the angels all around us. And we wanted an environment that came from that perspective, and that really gives us openings to blessings. It gives us a way to ask for, what do we need? God, how do you want to work through me? What's the legacy that you want me to leave? We want to have a whole environment that you are supported in doing that, as well as giving you processes to be able to make that easier. And Pauline and I are really we were really cheerleaders and nourishers of that whole divine space. And so we know that we are here to help you thrive, to help us. Right now we're looking at kind of women entrepreneurs, because it feels like it's sometimes harder to step into that realm and know that you're fully supported in that journey and you're divinely supported in that journey. Often a lot of us go into this entrepreneurship with the career focused procedures and processes, but we don't allow the divine part of that to really make that extraordinary. So we wanted to set up that whole environment and that sacred space to be able to do that.
That's awesome. I am part of that group and very excited about it. So
Yes,
since Pauline's not here, let's talk about her.
Yay.
So she's off in Hawaii. She chose to go to Hawaii instead of be here and talk with us. But
and she lives there,
nice.
she's not wasn't available to meet today, and we needed to get this out to be able to support people. So we kind of talk through what we could share. But the thing that I actually do want you to know about Pauline is that she is someone that can do anything. Nothing stops her. As you mentioned, she was born without arms and legs, and nothing stops her. You would never know that could be an issue. She's had to work at it. She's had to create, what can work from her processes, but she does everything. And one of the beautiful gifts that she has is she sees what God sees in you. She
Wow.
sees the greatness in you, the gifts in you, and she can bring those out by seeing you and talking to you and that conversation. So it's just, she's just such a gift of who
And-
she is.
Yeah.
And I play kind of a little bit different role where I tune into that, what your body is saying intuitively, what the divine is saying, sharing that information as a conduit.
Yeah.
And so that's what we bring to the table, a very different mix of um, divine and personal flow
Right.
that a lot of other people don't have, and we are combining that together in all those gifts to truly bring service to the people that we get to be with.
Yeah. Well, I can't wait to like get to know her more, because someone that
Hmm.
has you would think every reason to not be thankful, to not thrive. And
Yes.
here she is thriving more
Oh,
than the
yeah.
average person, and wants to
Yes.
share it out and teach others. So
Hmm. Thy
that's
will be
incredible.
done is the phrase that her mom said when she was born. Thy will be done, and she lives that and breathes that and is just truly divinely supported in all of her life. So
Wow,
love
that's
love
amazing.
that. She's a beautiful woman to work with and be with.
That's incredible. How do we follow Form to Soar?
First of all, we have the Facebook group, and that's
Okay.
where the very much the interactive part of getting to know each other. We ask the questions to support you every day. We've created basically this framework, and it's called SOAR: surrender, open, ask, receive. And
Nice.
so, it's surrendering to the divine so that the divine can work through you to receive what you need to receive. It's, open to blessings,
Right.
asking for, what you want, and literally asking big, asking for the dreams, asking for the big requests, because God's big, right? We can,
Right.
we can, and He wants to work through us. So, and then responding to,
Right.
what guidance that you get. And
Yep.
so we've created that framework in all that we do, but especially in the Facebook group. So that's kind of the first place of interaction with us is there. And we also have a Monday messages with the angels.
Oh,
And
nice.
so one of
I
our
know.
big
I
things is
jumped on with you when I'm able.
it's so powerful and beautiful, because that's one of my gifts, is connecting with angels, and I've been doing that for quite a long time. And it was because I received a kind of an angel encounter from Archangel Gabriel when I first started my business. And while I've been, talked with Archangel Michael and a few more of the commonly known angels, I really got this visit from Archangel Gabriel, and I don't know if I would call it a test, but it's like he had certain things that he wanted me to do,
Oh, wow.
and it was really how can I best shine light in every part of the world and in people.
Wow.
And so I had to develop this process to really shine light and bring light into all of the places in the world. And then since then, I've been developing my own practice and gifts, but it is regularly, daily, pretty much multiple times a day, talking to angels, asking for help from angels, and because they are there to help us, they are God's helpers.
Right.
And so, but most people kind of think, oh, they just need it when they need help, but they can't,
Right.
when something's in dire straits or whatever. But it's like, no, they're your divine helpers that have given you to navigate all of life. And it can be so much more incredible than what's going on right now when you call on and enlist angels. And so part of
Absolutely.
that was that awareness that we do in the Facebook group, to be able to do that. But then we're creating a number of other programs. So the virtual treat, and we'll talk about that in a minute. We're going to
Yeah.
do we're working towards a live retreat.
Nice.
So that's a
In
5-day
Hawaii?
luxury experience in Hawaii. Yes,
Yeah.
we are. Because that's where you can really totally immerse yourself in this new way of operating with the divine. And
Right.
so, oh, I'm so excited about that. So we have that, and we also have a what we call the SOAR Circle, and so it's more of a membership based thing, but it allows all of these women who want to come together and help develop that angel conversation, the divine conversation with God, how to support their businesses, and really a very action oriented way of clearing out what's not useful, and really getting your intentions and all the support that you need to be on the path that and the purpose that God created you for. So we have a number of different things there, and then I have my own again, my own healing practice
Yes.
for because we all need, at some point we need stuff that's holding us back physically
Yeah.
in our bodies. We need that resolved first, so that we can, just like you did, so that you can hop into all of those fun, amazing things you want to do for your business and your personal life without being held up by the pain that's holding you back.
It
So
can be a thing. I can
yes,
attest to that.
and we don't want it to be a thing.
You said a couple of things that I truly believe. As you can see, I'm a big journaler, and
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
think that journaling every day is such a good practice to get into and to take that kind of quiet time. And
Yes.
what I like to do when something is kind of bothering me, or it's on my mind, or like I've got this idea, but like how am I going to do this? If you start writing down questions and stuff, it's like your mind says, and I'm sure that you see it in where this is where you allow that information, your divine, your angel, whoever is
Mm-hmm.
in your your realm,
Right.
to come in and give you the answers, right? And it's
Yes.
so true. When you sit there and you're like, okay, so how can I do this? And sometimes I notice it may not be immediate. And then halfway through the day, I'm talking to someone and they give me that contact or so. And then I'm like,
Yes.
well, that's it.
That's it.
I needed someone
Exactly.
that did that. And someone's in my life today or tomorrow. Yeah. So
Mm-hmm. And it's interesting that you mentioned that the journaling part, because part of this in the virtual retreat, that is a part of it, is really learning how to connect, have the time and space to do it. And then one of our exercises is a journaling process that we're going to walk you through to be able to receive and write that, and really feel confident about the information you're getting, learning to trust it, and then being open for the signs and the people and the other experiences that happen. It's often quite quickly, like you said,
right.
often it's that same day.
Oh yeah. And it doesn't
It's
hit you until
awesome.
you're like, I just
Whoa.
asked this question. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, exactly, it's beautiful.
Yeah, really. So what makes the SOAR program different to step into your greatness and your purpose?
Spoke to some of that already. Part of it is, again, our intention in the foundation that we've set up for it, that really
Yep.
is divinely focused.
Okay.
It's that's the intent, is that's what's all around, is that divine focus, and then we have set it up to be able to help you receive clarity, to give you the courage, to really support you in that confidence of, how do you make decisions that are the truth for you? How do you
Right.
easily make those decisions? And then it's truly doing that in a community supported way, with Pauline and I and whoever else is in that group, but we are there to actively together support you so that you're not in it alone. So
Right.
that's what we give, that is very, we believe, unique to us,
Right.
and this thing, and our probably our values around it are, freedom to receive and live that purpose, fulfillment, um, financial abundance, faith, and fun. So we got
Yeah.
a lot of F's there. But we really want to have full joy in life, in what we do. We want you to have full joy in life. And so all that we do in those programs and connections are about that divine connection that you may not get in other groups that you
Right.
that you attend, and that's really where the source of that amazingness can happen.
Yeah. So if I'm someone has never journaled, has never spoke to angels, or didn't
Right.
have a clue that we have that access,
Mhm.
maybe I'm not a super religious person, but I, have a belief, like, am I going to feel odd coming in your group? Am I?
Nope, 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 nope. And especially this retreat, that the first part is we know that a lot of people do. There's just a lot of gunk that's in our space, and a lot of, worldly stuff that's just chaotic, and we can't even think straight. So part of what we set up is that just being able to have some peace to even think, to
Yeah.
just have a moment, a time, and a space to just to be. And we have practices that help you do that pretty quickly.
Okay.
Now if you're, as long as you believe there's a higher power than you,
Yep.
then that's all that the starting point is that you need, because
Perfect.
we have the structure and the practices that have worked for us as a starting point to say, here's a way you can have a conversation. And when you can get yourself present first, which is again the beginning of this retreat, we're going to teach you how to get yourself present so that you can hear your intuition. You can hear the other messages. So it's really, we're helping you create that framework that makes it easy to be able to do that. And we're going to do a little bit meditation to help you,
Nice.
what it be like to meet, to talk to an angel and meet with an angel. So it's all very experiential to help you do those things. You don't have to have done any of it before.
That's awesome. And I know
Mhm.
working with you, because it's like, what if it doesn't work? What if I don't believe? What if there's a little doubt? Like I was worried about all, and then I'm like, holy crap, it's the pain is gone. I'm a believer. Like it
Right.
was so funny. And then I think I shared this with you, but my husband's like, you're working with who and doing what? And when I tried to
Exactly.
share the little bit I really understood of the magic, so I'm like, she has magic powers. Just let's go with that. And he's like, okay, it sounds a little woo-woo, but if it's working, I'm
I
happy.
mean, yes, and it is, and it can feel very, very woo-woo-y. But it's because, I have learned to, talk to you,
Right.
talk to your body through intuition,
Yeah.
and connecting with you. And that's just not, it's not mainstream things to do.
Right.
And
Yeah.
I don't call it wooey. It's just not very many people say, let me talk to your body, let me talk to your leg. Well, what's it telling you that's causing the pain, and is it ready to let it go? It's just
Yeah.
being willing to have the conversation
Yeah.
is the most of the deal. And clearing out some of the gunk, even though you can be a skeptic, but it's just clearing out enough of the gunk that we can have that conversation, and it doesn't take that long for your body to say, yep, I can tell you what's going on.
Yep.
And you will receive information that's, in words and colors and feelings, whatever. It's because, but intuitive guidance is a part of everybody. I mean, it's built
Right.
in. And so I'm just the one that is able to help you access that in a
Absolutely.
faster, easier way. So that's, I guess, when you ask about what makes us different, is that's what's different, is Pauline and I are tuned into different aspects
Yep.
of how to bring that out for you until you're comfortable bringing that out for yourself. And we're giving
Exactly.
you practices to help you be more comfortable hearing and receiving and trusting the information that you exude.
Absolutely. It's exciting. So March 14th at 11 a.m. to
Oh, sorry.
3 p.m. Oh,
Oh, did I send you the wrong one? Ooh,
oh, did I? Oh,
April 20th. I might have sent you the wrong picture.
yeah, we're going
Oh,
backwards here.
we're going back. So April 20th, Saturday, 11:30 Pacific time.
Okay.
And it's 4 hours. So 11:30
11:30 to
Pacific,
3:30.
11:30 to 3:30.
Perfect.
And I will send you an updated picture so that you can have that available with it.
Okay.
But it's, yeah, so it's coming up soon. It's
Nice.
only 8 days away. So that's why we wanted to be able to
Okay. So let's make sure
speak to that.
everyone gets the right date. So And this will all be in the show notes, but April 20th at 11:30 to 3:30, Soar Beyond Stuck. So give me 3 top things, like if they're going to show up, what can they expect, even, if they're brand new to this, to walk away with?
They are going to walk away with clarity, some time and space to clear out your gunk. You're going to walk away with that. You're going to, and that's part of getting yourself present. Okay, so you're gonna be able to get yourself present so that you can listen and hear and receive. So that's the first thing. So that you can break, and we're going to break free from some of those limitations that are blocking that potential. So that's what we're going to do.
So
really,
would you
first
say,
thing.
I work with people and I get them to look at their limiting beliefs. Is that the same type of?
It is the same type of, but it's in my process basically. But we're gonna, because some of those things, they are really what hold us up from being able to do most anything. It really keeps us stuck. So so we're gonna,
when you can get rid of them, that is life changing right there.
Right there. So so then once we've kind of made a pass at that, then you have a little more clarity and clear headedness, so that we can then teach you a little more about tuning into your own intuition, and just being able to receive information that you can start to be confident in, that you can start to trust what you're receiving, what you're hearing, what you're sensing, and operate from that information, because it's coming up for a reason. A feeling is there, a pain is there. Oh, don't go this direction, because that's going to be a problem for you. Some of them can be really serious piece of information, and so it's just we're gonna help you to tune into that and gain trust in your own intuition. We're going to teach you how to connect with an angel, and how to, how and when and why to talk to, to talk to angels and get that support that is just boundless. It is just totally available for us. And we have so many angels that are ready to help us. And I might want to teach you how to
the angels do publishing? I
can
use a hand.
You know what? I absolutely hire angels for, to help me with marketing, to help me with my, when I was,
all right, I am not missing this.
Here.
Publishing angels, please tune in.
Yes. And you can even get a name for how many are going to help you.
Perfect. I love it. I'm so excited.
And then just we're going to do some little practices to help you truly, get guidance from the divine, and in a process for doing that every day. We're going to teach you that as part of the SOAR framework. So all of those things are going to be happening on that 4-hour retreat. So it's going to be packed full, and absolutely life-changing. Absolutely.
That sounds wonderful. Well, I'm excited, and I love legacy, and you guys are creating, and literally you will be changing people's legacies to be better than they ever expected, really. When you get rid of those limiting beliefs, you get rid of that chronic pain or whatever is holding you back, that can really be life changing, where you can go out and do the things that you really want to do, and be the person you want to be. That's fantastic.
When I switched into doing this, it was from that question. I had some serious stuff that happened with my dad when he passed away, and I walked away going, I love my job that I'm doing, my engineering stuff. This is not what's the legacy you want me to leave? And it switched me into this whole new different realm. And so it can be in an instant, right? Where something changes and you realize, okay, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. And it doesn't mean that you were doing anything wrong or bad before, but it can be truly better than you ever imagined when you give yourself a moment to tune in to a different legacy.
Absolutely. I can completely understand that. I mean, that's why I wrote my book with, having a near-death experience completely made me think about legacy so differently. And I wanted to get that message out. And here I have a business, gifts of
Mm-hmm.
legacy. So
Right.
I totally get that. So speaking of legacy, let's talk
Yes.
about legacy questions. I love to ask people different questions. So can you tell us about someone who has had a big impact in your life?
Well, interestingly, I would say Pauline is the one who has had the impact in my life, and I've been on this little journey too, again in this energy healing journey. But when I met her, I knew that that was divinely orchestrated
Wow.
for us to be together, to be able to support people in a whole different way, with that God flow and connection, and that just that it's where it's always divinely flowing through. And she
Yeah.
is absolutely my inspiration for that.
Oh,
And
that's
so
awesome.
she's shifted me in a whole different way. And I'm just honored and privileged to be able to work with her. And it has, yeah, changed my pathway and made it really much more clear and fun and profound.
That's fantastic. So what is the one thing you'd most love to be remembered for?
I want to be remembered for connecting people with angels,
Mm,
and letting angels be just a huge support in your life. That's what I want to be remembered
yeah,
for.
that's that's worthy of this.
Ah, thank you. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's beautiful. How fun. Oh,
So, is there any last things that you want to share with anyone that may be considering or
I would say for sure join the Four to Soar Facebook group.
right?
Um, and just know that while it sounds kind of wooey to
Yeah,
to 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 work with angels, to be able to talk to God, it's like, well, yeah, I can ask for things, but can I really talk to God? And it's like, yes, you can have like a friend, like you and I sitting here.
yeah,
You can have this conversation. You're meant to have that conversation,
right.
and then you can utilize that gift of how you were created to truly expand, excel, and make just a truly magnificent life for yourself and
Love it.
who you are in this world.
Who you
So
were
I
meant to
just
be, right?
who you are meant to be, because you are
Yay.
born for greatness for sure.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for sharing how you're making the world a better place and creating legacy and helping
Thank you.
change people's legacies. And I
Yes.
look forward to Soar Beyond Stuck April 20th at 11:30 to 3:30. And we will put the links in the chat
Yep.
and or not in the chat, in the show notes. And then maybe
And
we'll have to
contact
have a
me.
follow-up and
Yes.
talk about how it went. I really
Oh,
look,
that would be great. Yeah, and anyone, just feel free. I'm very approachable. And talk, just reach out, email me, DM me, whatever, if you have
so I
any kind of
have,
questions at all.
yep, I have your email
Mhm.
in the show notes as well, but go ahead and share what it is in case someone wants to grab.
Yep, it's Susan's Energy. So SUSANS Energy, ENERGY @gmail.com.
Perfect.
So
Awesome. And Pauline, I know you're out there.
yes.
Joy, we are looking forward to meeting you. You sound like a phenomenal person that is going to be right along with Susan, changing lives and getting us to realize that we're surrounded in angels and we can get them to publish.
Yes. Every single bit of life. So
I love it. Well, thank you, Susan. We'll talk to you soon.
thank you so much, Natalie. Bye for now.
Bye.
Thank you for joining us for another episode of Your Legacy Story Podcast. If you would like to share your legacy story with Natalie or get your legacy book started, please reach out at giftsoflegacy@gmail.com. Be sure to add My Legacy Stories in the subject line. We would love to help you share your legacy message out to the world. Natalie would like to invite you to join our private Facebook group, Create Your Legacy Life. She shares tips on book publishing, ways to create and leave your legacy, And she interviews the most amazing legacy creators, sharing their moments of purpose, gratitude, wisdom and tradition, and of course, their legacy stories. See you next week.